Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to extract live Bank Nifty options data from NSE using Python. Okay, let's start. First, we are going to go to the NSE India website. Okay, so once you are in NSE India website, you have to go to the market data menu option over here. And under that menu option, you will be seeing the option chain data over. Okay, and once you click on it, you will see the Nifty indexes put and calls details over here. Okay, so currently I'm focused on getting Bank Nifty options. So I'm going to select Bank Nifty over here, and I'm going to get all the put and call data over here. The left side is calls and the right side is puts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the in the money option over here. So I'm going to get the 48,300 call data from here. Okay, I'm going to stream, I'm going to get the live data for this particular strike price. Okay, 43,300. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply click on the price over here. It will take me to a new tab, and for that particular call option, it will give me all the details. How much is it trading, what is the trade information about, the volatility, and all the technical stuff. Okay, but currently I'm focused on the intraday data, the live last traded price. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on intraday chart, and this is the data we need. This is the data we are going to stream in Python in our notebook. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we're going to open Visual Studio Code, and we are going to set up the environment over there and get the data from here and stream it over in Visual Studio Code. Okay, now open your Visual Studio Code or any other editor of your preference and create a notebook. Okay, I'm going to use Jupyter notebooks in Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to click on new file, and I'm going to click on Jupyter notebook over here. Okay, once I've clicked on Jupyter notebook, I'm going to select the kernel over here, which is the base for me. So just click on base kernel, that's it, nothing else. Let's start by importing all the necessary packages. Okay, so we're going to work with the pandas and requests packages. So let's just import those two packages real quickly. Okay, requests. So let's run it. And now what we are going to do is, if you are familiar with some of the videos I have created, NSE doesn't allow you to directly access the page on your own, meaning that you can't actually directly scrape the data without its unique cookies. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to get the cookie data from here and paste it in Visual Studio Code, and we are going to extract the data. Okay, so let's click on F12 over here. Once you click on F12, you will get into the developer mode over here, dev tools of Chrome. Okay, so under the network tab, by default all is selected over here, but we are going to select fetch and XHR. XHR meaning it will get all the HTTP requests and nothing else. Okay, because we don't need all the stuff over here, we just need the data. Okay, so after clicking on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh the page again, because I need to know what HTTP call is actually getting the data from NSE. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this page, and once I click on refresh, the page is starting to load. Okay, so once it is loaded, here I can see the intraday chart being loaded again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the dev tools and see which request is actually containing the data. And by default you have to go through all of this, but I have already gone through everyone, and the data is actually coming from this HTTP call, chart data by index is equal to opt idx bank nifty. Okay, so once I click on this, I'm going to go to the preview section to show you the data. Okay, the close price is saying 186.1. Remember, look at this. So this is the data we are actually seeing now. Okay, and we are going to scrap this data from NSE. So let's get the header details and all from here. Okay, and let me open the page here, and from my last video I'm actually going to paste this headers column which I've already created. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all these details: accept encoding, accept language, referrer, user agent, X requested by, and cookie. Okay, the most important part you have to focus on is the referrer and the cookie. Okay, so let's remove this referrer detail, and let's remove the cookie also. Okay, so now we are going to get the latest referrer and cookie from the dev tools. Okay, let's go to dev tools, and let's go and get the referrer option over here. Let's look over here. Cookie is already here. Let's copy paste cookie first. Okay, uh, okay, cookie is still here. Copy and paste. So once I have pasted it, I'm going to copy paste referrer also. Okay, referrer is here. Copy, paste. Okay, so now our header section is ready. Let's just click on enter, shift enter, and once the header is ready, now we're going to create a response uh, variable. And using in response, what we are going to do is we are going to get the data. Okay, let's use the request package, and let's use the get functionality, and under that we are going to mention the URL and the header. Okay, so the URL we are going to scrap from is, let's go to DevTools again, let's get the URL. Okay, look at this request URL. Let's copy and paste. Okay, so once you have pasted it, let's give the headers also. Okay, headers is equal to, we have already created a variable called headers. Okay, and once you have pasted it, now this request should start working. Within 1 second we got the data. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bank nifty variable, and I'm going to convert the data which I've gotten from the previous step into a data frame. Okay, response dot, it is a JSON um, response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this JSON, and I'm going to get the graph data variable. Okay, you might ask, how did I know that it is called graph data? If you go to dev tools, you have to go to preview and look over here. This is the data we are looking for. In the preview section, this is the JSON data which is available, and under the JSON there is a key called graph data which we will be using. Okay, and yeah, we have all the variables over here. So yeah, let us get the value here. Yeah, okay, let's click on shift enter again. The It is really quick. So let's click on, let's do a simple bank nifty head, and yes, we got the data. Perfect, isn't it? Now what we are going to do is we are going to rename the columns because it's saying 0 and 1, which is confusing. So let's just do a bank nifty dot columns is equal to, first column is called timestamp, and the second column is called price. Okay, and yes, now the column is renamed. Now what I'm going to do is, the timestamp column is actually in epoch time, epoch meaning EPOCH, epoch time, which I have already covered in one of the previous videos. So epoch to normal IST time is very easy. So what you are going to do is you are going to simply just convert the epoch time to timestamp. Okay, so I'm going to say timestamp, bank nifty of timestamps is equal to PD dot to date time, and I'm going to convert the column. Okay, so let's do a timestamp, and I need it in milliseconds. Okay, because this is a 1 second data. It is very, very granular. So I'm going to convert it into an millisecond data. Okay, click on Shift Enter, and I got the data perfectly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply just rerun this one, because I have already seen the data in like a partially unstructured manner. Now I have given a column name, and I have also given a I have also converted the timestamp into proper format. So if I run this again, look at this. It's in the perfect usable format. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to stream the data, because we already got the data. Now let's start to stream the data. Okay. So yeah, before this, actually, let's just plot it once. Okay. Let's just plot and see how beautifully the data is actually flowing in. Okay. Banknifty.plot, x is equal to timestamp, y is equal to price, and let's run it. Okay. Beautiful. We got the data in a perfect format over here. And yeah, look at this. It's saying 16th, 12:30, 12, 11, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So it's perfectly running. And if we go to the intraday chart, these two charts will nearly look the same. So if you compare, if it will look the same. It is a bit congested, but yeah, it will look the same. Okay. So now we have the data in the proper format. Let's start to stream it. Okay. So to stream it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a loop to run it every 1 minute. So each and every 1 minute when it starts, I'm going to get the latest data, because the reason why I'm saying 1 minute is the NSE website over here is actually getting updated only once every 1 minute. Okay, because this is not very, very real time data, but this is the best available option, which is free. Okay, so if I refresh the data over here, it's going to get updated only every 1 minute. So what I'm going to do in Python is I'm going to set a 1 minute timer and get the latest data as and when it is there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing a code. And before that, let's just import some of the packages we need. We need the package called time. Let's import that. And from date time, I'm actually going to need some more uh, important functions also in order to get the date time values. Okay, date time, and I might also need time delta. Okay, I'm going to import another package called PyTZ. PyTZ is actually uh, a package which gives you all the time zones in the world. I'm currently focused on only getting the IST based time. I am from India. I am in IST, but in order to make it working in any kind of scenario, anywhere from you are, anywhere from the world you are, this will work. Okay, you just have to change the time zone, and it will start to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to define a column called IST, and I'm going to set the time zone option. Okay, and I'm going to mention it as Asia, Kolkata. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually uh, create a small function, create a small, I'm going to paste a small piece of code over here, which will run each and every minute. Once the minute starts, automatically this code will run. Okay, and I'm going to actually put a sleep timer over here, because I don't want to run this code like uh, all the times. Okay, all the times meaning I just want the code to run like every zero point 0.1 seconds, and not like in nanoseconds, because we don't want our memory resources to get wasted. Okay, so I have simply written a for loop, I'm sorry, a while loop to run each and every minute. So once the minute starts, it will automatically run. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we have the while loop ready. We are going to uh, give all the code we have written over here and we are going to paste it inside that for loop because we need it. We need the live data. Okay, so let's just copy bank nifty code, bank nifty response code first. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not the response code. Response code is here, this one. This will get the latest data. Okay, so let's get the latest data, then convert it into a data frame, then convert it into a proper format, giving it a name, giving it a column name, and then let's convert it into timestamp, and then let's get the yeah, that's it. I think we don't need to print the plot every time, but I am going to print the uh, data. Okay, so I'm going to mention last traded price. Okay, so I'm going to actually mention the timestamp over here. Okay, let us mention dot tail. I'm going to get the very last value so that I can show you the value over here. Okay, put latest timestamp, and let's get the latest price also. Okay, let's get the bank nifty price tail of one values. Okay, so now this for loop, sorry, while loop should run, and I'm going to give 2 seconds sleep time over here because when the minute starts exactly, uh, the data is not going to be refreshed. It might take another 1 second or so to actually refresh the data in NSE. So I'm going to give a 2 second gap after the minute starts to actually get the data and print it. Okay. So now we have everything in place. Now we simply need to trigger it. Okay. So before triggering it, let me do something like this. I'm going to get the IST time now, and it is showing, okay, in another 7 seconds it's going to start. Okay, so before that, let's just fire the code. Okay, so once I start to fire the code, let's wait another 2 seconds. That's it. Okay, uh, the code is now running, so let's just wait for a moment. Okay, I'm sorry, I clicked on save. Okay, ignore this. We're going to wait for another 20-30 seconds because once the minute starts, the data will be fetched. So that's the essential. Okay. Um, in another 20 seconds, we're going to get the data over here printed. If it's not printing means let's go into debug mode. Okay. In another 12 seconds. 3 seconds. Okay, let's see. Nice, isn't it? We got the last traded price and it's at 159.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply refresh the page over here to see the data over here matching with the Python code. Okay. Once I've refreshed it, I'm going to get the data over here. Let's see. Let's just wait for a moment. NSE is really slow. 159.25. That's it. We have successfully got the data, and this is a while loop, so it is going to run indefinitely until you stop. But that's what we need. We needed to actually get the latest data as possible till 3:30, which is the closing time. So we don't need to worry about it. Okay. And yeah, that's it, guys. So if you are actually someone interested in learning about how to actually create your own strategies and all, I already have an Udemy course over here, and I have given that link in the description below. Take your time to actually check this one out. Within like 4 hours, you will be able to understand everything from data collection using chat gpt, using technical indicators, and you will be able to even backtest everything from scratch. I have covered everything in under 4 hours in this course of mine. Okay, it is very, very affordable, and I'll give the link in the description. Take your time to become a master. Okay, thank you. Good luck.